emotions, and mostly about this point that you're going to find some help in this video. Your presenter is Purity Waswa. Please let's learn something from this, and give your comments and feedback below. And I'm going to be preparing a second video next week. So let's watch this video and learn something new. Okay, so to start with, I will start by introducing what emotions are. And basically, we've heard about emotions, and these are strong feelings deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. And everybody has an experience of emotions. I'm going to talk very fast about this topic because I don't want it to be a long video. So, we experience emotions and we also express emotions. For example, when we are sad, sadness is an experience of emotions. This is something we feel internally. How do we express emotions? We express them outwardly. Like in our example, we express sadness through crying. And there are different emotions, but I will talk about a few emotions that are considered as primary emotions. So these emotions were created by someone by the name Ekman in 1982 and Plutchik in 1980. So Ekman talks about sadness as a primary emotion. He also talked about happiness, anger, fear, disgust, and surprise. And then later, there were some emotions that were created by Plutchik that were added to this list. These emotions are acceptance and expectancy. How do emotions occur? Look at this picture of a dog. You go somewhere and you see a barking dog. What makes us run away from the dog, or how does running and emotions go hand in hand? So we look at different theories. Let's start by looking at the theory by James Lange. So James Lange are two different people. It's William James and Carl Lange who came up with different theories that gave the same meaning and were taken as one theory. So according to them, when you see the dog that we are talking about here, the first thing that you're going to do is run. Automatically, the autonomic nervous system will instruct your muscles to move, and running will be the first action that will take place. Once you run, you'll start you'll interpret the running as fear. When you run, you'll be asking yourself, why am I running? And you realize that I am afraid. And of course, the work of the endocrine system in place to maintain that fear. The heartbeat will continue racing and your blood pressure will continue going up because the endocrine system will have been stimulated to continue maintaining this. And then according to Canon, okay, before I talk about Canon, let's look at James Lange's theory and criticize this theory a bit. Some of the critiques of this theory are okay, most people came up with a critique of this theory that you cannot start running before the emotions are felt. And one of the people who came against this theory was Canon Bad. And was Canon, that is Walter Cannon. So Cannon and Philip Bad came up with another theory. And in their theory, they say that emotions and physiological actions occur simultaneously and are independent. So what they mean is there's a process that stimulates the emotions and a separate process that stimulates the physiological action of running, and this makes them occur at the same time. You feel fear when you are also running at the same time. You don't have to fear first before you run or run first before you fear. They happen simultaneously and independently. But then the question comes, is it possible for one to happen independent of the other? That is still up to research. And then there was this other person called Sketcher and Singer to Factor, or cognitive labeling. These are also two people who came up with a different theory. Looking at the first theory, you realize that they talk about which one comes first, like emotions or the physiological activity. But according to these two, they added one more thing, which is cognition. For them, when you see the dog, uh, your body, the autonomic nervous system, will start stimulating the body and activating the body and preparing it to